Good afternoon, one and all. This is Dr. Ekta Jain from the Department of Physics, Barkatullah University, Bhopal. I have prepared this lecture for MSc Physics students in which I will teach you the subject electronic devices. Here I will be focused to unit number 3, memory devices, in which I am going to tell you about non-volatile NMOS. Also, I will focus on optical, magnetic and ferroelectric devices. So, let's start. The memory can be split into two main categories, volatile and non-volatile. Volatile memory. What is volatile memory? Volatile memory loses any data as soon as the system is turned off. Means it requires constant power to remain viable. Most type of random access memory falls into this category. Now come to non-volatile memory. Non-volatile memory, which is also called NVMe memories, is a type of computer memory that has the capacity to hold saved data even if the power is turned off. Unlike the volatile memory, NVMe does not require its memory data to be periodically refreshed. It is commonly used for secondary storage or long-term consistent storage. The examples of non-volatile memory are flash memory, read-only memory, ferroelectric RAM, hard disk drives, floppy disk, magnetic tape, optical disk, etc. It is structurally different from a standard MOSFET in its floating gate, which is electrically isolated or floating. Non-volatile memories are subdivided into two main classes, floating gate and charge trapping. Now, floating gate. What is floating gate? In floating gate, memory devices, charge or data is stored in the floating gate. Means here the storage device is gate and is retained when the power is removed. All floating gate memories have the same generic cell structures and they consist of a stacked gate MOS transistors. Floating gate devices are typically used in EPROM, that is electrically programmable read-only memory, and EEPROMs, means electrically erasable and programmable read-only memory. The diagram for the floating gate is in front of you on the slide. Now come on the second type of this non-volatile memory, that is charge trapping. The charge trapping device were invented in 1967 and were the first electrically alterable semiconductor devices. In charge trapping memory devices, charge or data is stored in the discrete nitride traps and is also retained when the power is removed. Charge trapping devices are typically used in MMOS, that is metal nitride oxide silicon, and SNOS, that is silicon nitride oxide semiconductor, and SONOS, it means silicon oxide nitride oxide semiconductor. The figure is shown on the slide for the charge trapping non-volatile memory. Now come on magnetic memories. What are magnetic memories? Magnetic memory is the main way how data is being stored on magnetic medium. There are two types of magnetic polarities, each one used to represent either 0 or 1. Several types of magnetized media are used in computer system, including magnetic tape, floppy disk and hard disk drives. The basic approach to magnetic data storage, however, is very similar for the different type of medias, and each disk surface has one read and write heads, whereas double-sided media use two read and write heads, means one per side. Relatively cheap per unit storage, fast access and retrieval times compared to other storage devices. This is one of the most important advantages of magnetic memory. And I should also highlight the disadvantages of the magnetic memory. That is, it can be easily damaged, will slow down and eventually break over time. Slower access than solid state device. Now, optical memories. The optical memories or optical storage is an electronic storage medium that uses low power laser beams to record and retrieve digital, that is binary data. In optical storage technology, a laser beam encodes digital data onto an optical or laser disc in form of the tiny bits arranged in the concentric tracks on the disc surface. Optical storage devices store read data using light, often recording information on what's called an optical disc. Optical discs are not vulnerable. It means the optical discs are not at risk to data loss due to power failure like volatile memory. Means the data which is saved in optical memory will remain as it is if the power cuts off. The most common type of optical storage devices are drives that read and write CDs, DVDs and Blu-rays discs, etc. The biggest disadvantage of optical storage disc is its capacity. Now, the last slide presents ferroelectric memory. The ferroelectric RAM, or we can call it FERAM or F-RAM or FRAM. It is a random access memory similar to the construction like DRAM, but using a ferroelectric layer instead of a dielectric to achieve the non-volatility. FERAM is one of the growing number of alternative non-volatile random access memory technologies that offer the same functionality as flash memory. FERAM advantages over flash include a lower power uses, faster write performance and much greater maximum read and write endurance. It means it is about 10 to the power 10 to 10 to the power 14 cycles. FERAMs have data retention times of more than 10 years at 85 degrees Celsius up to many decades at lower temperature. Market disadvantages of FERAM are much lower storage densities than flash devices, storage capacity limitations and higher cost. Like DRAM, FERAM's read process is destructive, necessitating a write after read architecture. So, in this lecture, we have studied the non-volatile NMOS. Also, we have focused on magnetic memories, optical memories and ferroelectric memories. On the basis of their characteristics, we can differentiate them. So, thank you.